remind me, and the songs of frogs remind me. Lilac scent reminds me of your love. Sparkling stones like sparkling snowdrifts, and the sounds on sands as waves hit. Fireflies as they lit bring a smile to my lips like your love. Maple trees in their autumn glow, they fill me with joy up to the brim. Only you make my heart overflow with love just by walking in. Will you please come home to me, dear? My heart is giddy when you're near. I'm a fool for you, it's clear. I'm a fool for your love. Songs of frogs remind me. Lilac scent reminds me of your love. Sparkling stones like sparkling snowdrifts, and the sounds on sands as waves hit. Fireflies as they lit bring a smile to my lips like your love. Maple trees in their autumn glow fill me with joy up to the brim. Only you make my heart overflow with love just by walking in. Will you please come home to me, dear? My heart is giddy when you're near. I'm a fool for you, it's clear. I'm a fool. I'm a fool, baby. I'm a fool, honey, for your love. Merci beaucoup.
You want to waltz it up? Or what?
Petite valse country, a little country waltz, Black Pine Waltz.
I felt more like doing all of my own, but yeah, okay, world, yeah. Okay, voilà, composition World of My Own, mon monde à moi, composition delusionnelle.
And something self-restraint, I guess. Keeping my safe distance till you get undressed. I guess I must be living in a world of my own. You can call it simple-minded, you can call it attitude, you can call it a whole bunch of things you want it to be rude. I guess I must be living in a world of my own. To thinking that I ought to divest. I think of my investment, how you spark my interest. I guess I must be living in a world of my own. I was feeling kind of foolish, I was feeling kind of lost. I thought I saw your light, but I got my wires crossed. Guess I must be living in a world of my own. Saw your light, but I got my wires crossed. Guess I must be living in a world of my own. I guess I must be living in a world of my own. Hey, merci, folks. Cheers. John va vous raconter une histoire vécue l'année passée. On est allé en Nouveau-Brunswick pour fêter
fêter le 80e d'un très grand musicien de notre connaissance là-bas, Monsieur Gilles Lausier. Puis mon femme nous a recommandé un shortcut pour le trajet de retour, puis ça n'a pas bien fini. Il faut dire que si on est naufragé à Sainte-Catherine, Nouveau-Brunswick, un dimanche, c'est certain qu'on ne sortira pas avant lundi. On a passé une semaine là-bas, juste en 24 heures. Where are we? 1, 2, 3,
4. Johnny Cash, where are you now? I'm on the second floor of the Queen Hotel. It's Sunday night and we're nowhere in sight, in the middle of Sainte-Catherine. Dans ma chambre, je sors mon blues heart. La nuit ici, tout est muet comme une carte. Puis, les dimanches, les garages sont fermés. Même les danseuses sont en congé. Johnny Cash, I'm talking to you. We didn't think to stay, we were just passing through. But now we're in the Queen Hotel with the Sunday Sainte-Catherine blues. Gosseleur Harley zigzag, le main drag, les gamins en bicycle nous trouvent une bonne. In the window of the old town store where no one buys or sells anymore, the artificial girl holds an artificial rose. She maintains the same old pose. She's been standing there forever and a year, just waiting for the annual Festival Western. Ça commence la semaine prochaine. On va tuer encore.
Non, je crois que non.
Toute la ville est décorée de silhouettes noires, de cowboys et de cowgirls, de chevaux et chariots. Il y a des bottes de foin, il y aura même un rodeo. But I believe Johnny Cash, tonight we all miss you with the Sunday Sainte-Catherine blues. Yeah, I believe Johnny Cash, tonight we all miss you with the Sunday Sainte-Catherine blues.
Hey, cheers, merci.
Histoire vraie. Merci.
Suite est une plutôt celtique avec le premier, c'est un compo à John qui s'appelle Slippery Otter, le loutre lubrifié ou quelque chose de même.
Doit être lubrifié pour ça.
Et cheers.
I resisted the temptation to go straight into more E minor.
No,
What is that?
we don't have to do that tonight.
Well, I don't. If you're reckon we've got time, I wouldn't mind doing the Lenny and the other one if you felt like it, or if you wanna sing something else, we could do like a King Bee or something if you wanted to slink back that way, or okay.
Ok, nous allons interpréter une chanson pour le monsieur décédé qui est peinturé sur au moins 2 murs. Il y a deux énormes murales de lui présentement, monsieur Cohen. Puis sera enchaîné par un compo qui vient de le même quartier qu'il a vécu.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Why don't you try to do without him? Why not try living on your own? And on today that there is baby, do you really need his heart for your throne? Do you really need your labour for his babies? Do you really need his beast for your bone? Do you need to hold a leash to feel a lady? I know that you can make it on your own. Why don't you try to forget him? Just open up your dainty little hands. This life is filled with many sweet companions and many fascinating one-night stands. Don't wanna be the ditch around his tower. Do you wanna be the moonlight in his cave? Do you wanna give your blessing to his power? While he goes whistling past his daddy's grave. To take you to the ceremony. That is if I remember the way. See Jack and Jill, they've joined their misery. I'm afraid it's time for everyone to pray. They say that they're ready to take orders. They say that they're ready to obey. The vows are strict, they made them for each other. So nobody put a loophole in their way.
Take me down to the main street where I've often walked before. We can find some place to go, we can drink and talk some more. I wanna check places where I used to go, maybe see old faces that I used to know. Some of them you wouldn't wanna know.
Some of them you wouldn't wanna know.
When I first came to the main street from 3,000 miles away, it wore an aura of seedy romance and the smell of sweet decay. With my young eyes wide I looked all around. The poets and barflies, they was thick on the ground. Some of them are my good friends now.
Some of them are my good friends now.
Lived on the main street, was as broke as I could be. I begged soup from the butcher shop, getting cups from a bag of tea. I'd fill my pockets at the grocery store, I'd buy some milk, then head for the door. Somehow I never got caught.
Somehow I never got caught.
Lived on the main street in my young bohemian days. I knew I'd found the place for me, I knew I could always stay. But now I'm older, got a family, I moved all the way out to MDG, but some of that main street's in me still.
Some of the main street is in me still.
HLS, merci.
Merci beaucoup.
What's your fancy? Maybe a harmonica ride? Yeah, go for it. Okay.
This is the harmonica rag. I want to. Harmonica.
Merci.
Pause on all those now. Can you dig it? If not, it's okay. But what do you think? Try it.
OK. John va installer son... on appelle un harmonica un tin sandwich, un sandwich en métal. So, ça, c'est une espèce de club sandwich qu'ils vont jouer. Voilà une suite de tunes celtiques, surtout d'Écosse et d'Irlande. Il y a chansons d'Écosse puis un couple de tunes d'Irlande. La chanson d'Écosse s'appelle Parcel of Rogues. C'était écrit dans le 18e. C'était pour excorier l'union des couronnes entre Écosse et Angleterre. L'union des gouvernements, c'est comme... il y avait du monde toujours taré de ça. C'est pas mal ça.
Farewell, our Scottish fame. Farewell, our ancient glory. Farewell even to our Scottish name, for famed immortal story. For sorrow grows over the Solway sands, and Tweed runs to the ocean, to mark where England's province stands, such a parcel of rogues and nation. What force or guile could not subdue through many warlike ages is wrought now by a coward few for hireling traitors' wages. But the English still we could disdain, secure in valor's station. We are English gold has been our bane, such a parcel of rogues in a nation. I had seen the day when treason thus would fail us. My old grey head had lain in clay with Bruce and loyal ones. But with pith and power to my last hour, I'll make this declaration: we are bought and sold by English gold, such a parcel of rogues and nation. cheers, merci. Rodney's Glory, le gloire de Rodney.
Do you fancy a close street meat showing up? You fancy like a wayfaring and then the traditional last two, or?
That's not a bad plan. That's not a bad plan.
Okay.
Good plan.
Okay.
Nous allons jouer 3 autres tunes, puis après ça, à 22h, il y a Street Meat qui vont vous régaler avec toutes sortes de folk sales. Du bon folk sale. John va...
Je fais du ménage dans mes armoires là. Vas-y. I am a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. There is no sickness, no toil or danger, thy bright world to which I go. I'm going home to see my father, gone on before me. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep. Beauty's fields lie there before me, where God's redeemed the vigils keep. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. I'll soon be free from earthly trials. My body rests in the old churchyard. I will drop this cross of self-denial, and I'll go singing home to God. I'm going there to see my loved one.
après ce moment spirituel, on va pour l'avant-dernière tune. C'est une espèce de rock'n'roll compo.
If I didn't have you, baby, where the world you think I'd be? If I didn't have you, baby, where the world you think I'd be? I'd be 6 feet under, or at the bottom of the sea. If I didn't love you, baby, do you think I'd stick around? If I didn't love you, baby, do you think I'd stick around? I'd be on a train, making my way out of town. Say train! Well, you may have big money, you may drive a fancy car. You may have big money, you may drive a fancy car. Ah, you ain't got no loving, rich fools, all you are. Well, your loving fills me like you fill the glass with wine. You know your loving fills me like you fill a glass with wine. Every time you touch me, it sends cool shivers up my spine. Well, I could be with you tonight, so I wrote a song for you. I could be with you tonight, so I wrote a song for you. And when I get back home, oh, the things that we could do.
Cheers, folks. OK, dernière tune. Nous sommes BluesReel, John Kirkhoven à l'harmonica.
Patrick Hutchinson à la guitare.
Puis je vais circuler après le set avec notre poisson d'extorsion. Puis nous avons les disques aussi. Puis après ça, c'est Street Meat plus tard. OK, so voilà. Nous allons terminer avec une vieille tune qui a voyagé partout, d'Écosse en Irlande, au Québec, aux Amériques. So, voilà une version hybride, The Roving Journeyman.
I am a roving journeyman, I roam from town to town. Whenever I get a job or work, I'm willing to sit down. Bucket along my shoulder and me grafting tool in hand. Around the country I will go a roving journeyman. But when I come to Glasgow, the lasses jump for joy. When says the other hour comes a roving boy, or treats me to a bottle and the other to a dram. The toast around the table goes to the journeyman. My Lintonaddy, Turinaddy, Lintonaddy, yeah. And we pots and pans and helping hands will see you through the day. Oh, Lintonaddy, Turinaddy, Lintonaddy, yeah. Give a penny to the journeyman to help him on his way. 14 in Glasgow, a week of barely 3. When the provost daughter went and fell in love with me, she asked me for to dine with her and took me by the hand. She proudly told the mother that she loved the journeyman. Ach, away you go, you silly maid, I'll be you sweet no more. How can you love the journeyman you've never seen before? None of the sweet I do and treat to love them all I can. Around the country I will go a roving journeyman. We'll enter Addy, tour and Addy, lent and Addy, yeah. Me pots and pans and helping hands will see you through the day. I'll enter Addy, tour and Addy, lent and Addy, yeah. Give penny to the journeyman to help him on his way. Touch no more, and foot you'll have a horse and pair. Me wealth with thee in poverty, contented I will share. Overflow the flow in golden trainers if you can. Toast the promised daughter and the roving journeyman. I am a roving journeyman, I roam from town to town. Whenever I get a job or work, I'm willing to sit down. I get till on me older and me drafting tool in hand. Around the country I will go a roving journeyman. Me lint and addy, tour and addy, lint and addy, yeah. Me pots and pans and helping hands will see you through the day. Oh, lint and addy, tour and addy, lint and addy, yeah. Get Benny to the journeyman to help him on his way. Merci, folks.
Merci beaucoup. Après ces Street Meat, bonne continuation de votre soirée. Merci d'être là.